Bill Murray would be so proud. Meatballs. Here in Vince's kitchen. Okay, so you got a pound of ground beef. You don't want to make a meatloaf. You don't want to make burger patties. What can you do? Well, if you have the ingredients, you can make some meatballs and then you can stew them up in some marinara sauce. So let's get started with the ingredients. Let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Mahalo Hosting. Mahalo Hosting offers competitive rates for domain names and web hosting. Why register a star in your name when your name can be your domain? Mahalo Hosting also offers custom high-level domains like .photography, .club, .us, and .tv. Visit www.mahalohosting.com today. The ingredients that we're going to be using are a pound of ground beef. We're going to be using roughly about a cup of Parmesan cheese, some granulated garlic, my favorite, no salt seasoning, some sea salt, some black pepper, some Italian seasoned panko crumbs. We're going to throw in about a quarter of diced onions, 3 cloves of garlic, and roughly about a half a cup of parsley. Go ahead and start with the breadcrumbs. I'm going to add roughly about a cup and a half to 2 cups of breadcrumbs. About a cup or so of Parmesan cheese. And like I said, this stuff is all from big box stores. About a tablespoon or so of no salt seasoning. And the same with the granulated garlic. About a tablespoon, maybe less, half a tablespoon. Salt. A little bit of black pepper. I'm going to throw in about, like I said, about a quarter diced onions, 3 cloves of garlic, and the parsley. And then go ahead and start mixing. Get it all together, nice and mixed up. Oh, I got some sauce boiling. Our meatballs are going to go in the sauce. Alright, so we've got all our ingredients all nice and mixed up. We should be able to get anywhere between 4 large meatballs to 8 relatively medium-sized meatballs out of a pound of meat. So I'm going to take, I don't know, if I was to guess, probably about golf ball size amount of meat. Maybe 3 to 4 ounces possibly. But that would be roughly 4 large meatballs. So maybe about 2 ounces a piece. A little bigger than golf ball size. None of this is a science. I mean, of course, you have Alton Brown. God bless him. He's made a living off of food science. I'm just a little home cook that likes sharing some food. So let me go ahead and finish this up. Okay, so I was right. We got roughly about 8 meatballs out of, see if I can pick that up, show you guys. Roughly about 8 meatballs, anywhere between 2 and 3 ounces a piece. Still waiting for the oven to preheat. We're going to preheat it to 425, and we're going to cook these for about 25 minutes in the oven at that high heat. Story time. So my parents taught me how to cook. I remember coming home and having to cook for the family. These recipes that are coming down the pipe and that I'm showing you are some hodgepodge of some of the things that I've done for myself. But the meatballs, I was always a fan of the meatballs. I mean, who doesn't like meatballs, right? So my mom obviously got her recipe and how she learned how to cook from her mom, my Nonna, and I learned how to cook from my mom. And my dad's a pretty decent chef or home cook as well. But this is definitely not the original recipe that my grandmother passed down. Over the years, making it, you add a little bit of this and add a little bit of that, and you kind of make it your own. And that's the greatest part about cooking and sharing, is the fact that you take a little bit of something what somebody gave you, and then you put a little bit of yourself into it, and then you pass it on. All right, we're back. Oven is all set up, 425 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and pop these bad boys into the oven, get that going, and we're gonna set the timer for 25 minutes and let it go. In the meantime, I busted open a bottle of wine because making meatballs is some work, so especially when you got the marinara sauce going as well. So give it about 25 more minutes. I'm gonna kill this bottle of wine, and I'll see you in a few. Got 25 minutes on the clock. It's burned itself down. So let's go ahead and turn the timer off. Oh, they look amazing. Oh, and they got a beautiful crust on them. Nice and hot. So now what's going to take place is they've got this really nice, beautiful crust on them. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these in the sauce, and we're going to stew these up for, I'm sure they're probably cooked all the way through, but we're going to cook them up for another 10-15 minutes in the sauce so that it just soaks up all that flavor. So let's get this going. Grab some tongs. You can smell the garlic and the parsley just coming off of that. So give me a few more minutes. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Let's do this. Let's go ahead, since I have you all here, let's go ahead and pop these bad boys. Oh, they're going to be troublesome. They're going to be a little troublesome. Of course. There you go. Alright, so we got that all in the sauce. We're going to let it steep and stew a little bit. 10 minutes on the clock is cooked down. Let's go ahead and get these bad boys off the burner. Turn that off. Let's get our plate. Alright. Oh yes. And 8. Absolutely beautiful. Una bella piatta di poplette. Here we go. Italian meatball. Just like that. Look at that steam coming off of them. Let me bring that back a little bit in shot. Absolutely just gorgeous. You can smell the parsley, everything. It's absolutely on point. All right, so I plated up a couple of meatballs, nice and tender. Just absolutely delicious. I've got water boiling over here. I'm definitely going to be putting these guys on a plate of pasta. I'll be right back to close the show out. Just hang tight. Hey, hope you guys got something out of this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, definitely comment below. Hit the notification bell. Thanks for coming to my party. Love you, mean it.